All right, everybody, welcome back. You ready to jump into another deep dive today?
Oh, yeah, let's get into it.
Awesome. So today we're taking a look at something, uh, we experience every single day,
Every second.
every single second, and it's gravity.
Right. You can't escape it.
Can't escape it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've got a video script here that breaks down the basics of gravity.
Mm-hmm.
But as we're going to find out,
Yeah.
it's anything but basic.
Whoa,
We're
absolutely.
going to be talking about why we don't feel the Earth spinning at over 1,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And what would happen if gravity just suddenly stopped?
That's a scary thought.
It is a scary thought.
Yeah.
So, buckle up because this is going to be a fun one.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be great.
So, I think the best place to start with this is, we all know that story about
Isaac Newton.
Isaac Newton and the apple.
Right.
So, obviously everybody knows the story, but what was the big realization that Newton had, while he was
Well, he was just kind of sitting there
sitting there under the apple tree?
under the tree, and, the apple fell and bopped him on the head, and he thought,
There's got to be a reason for this.
why is everything falling down? It's not just apples, it's everything.
Yeah. And so that force that he kind of discovered was gravity. And that's what we're going to be talking about today.
Exactly. And it's not just about things falling down though.
Right.
It's about a pull between any two objects.
Really?
Yeah, that have mass, and the bigger something is, the stronger the pull.
Oh, wow.
So like the Earth is huge
Yeah.
and we are tiny, so it's pulling us towards it.
So that's why we're stuck to the Earth.
That's why we're stuck. We don't just float off.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's a pretty strong force.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty strong force. But, okay, so we're all being pulled towards the center of the Earth.
Right.
Right. But the Earth is spinning really, really fast over 1,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's zooming.
So why don't we feel that spin? Why aren't we getting flung off?
Well, it's a good question, and this is where the concept of inertia comes in. So think about it like this. You're on a train, and it's moving at a steady speed.
Mm-hmm.
You don't feel that movement.
Oh.
As long as the speed is constant, it's only when the train speeds up or slows down or turns that you feel it, right?
That's right.
So that's because your body's inertia, its tendency to just kind of stay put, is matching the train's motion.
So it's like we're already moving with it.
Exactly. And it's the same with the Earth. We're spinning along with it at a constant speed, so we don't feel it.
Huh. Okay, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I'm still thinking about, if it's spinning that fast, shouldn't we be flung off
Yeah, it's a common thought,
yeah.
but you have to remember gravity is much, much stronger than
Yeah.
that outward force you're talking about.
Okay.
That flinging feeling. It's called centrifugal force,
Okay.
and it's definitely there, but it's tiny compared to Earth's gravity.
Okay, so it's like a tug of war.
It isn't.
And gravity's winning big time.
Yeah, big time.
Okay, I like that analogy.
That's a good one.
So, we've been talking about how gravity, obviously keeps us here on Earth, but
Mhm.
the video script talked about how gravity isn't just an Earth thing.
Oh, absolutely not.
So how does gravity affect, things on a universal scale?
Well, I mean, think about it. It's what makes the moon orbit the Earth and the Earth orbit the sun.
Yeah.
And it's even what causes all those stars to clump together to form galaxies.
Oh, it's like the glue of the universe.
It is. It's holding everything together. It's pretty amazing.
It is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So, the script talks about, this kind of what if question. And I think it's a really interesting one to think about.
Yeah.
What would happen if gravity just suddenly disappeared?
Oh, man, that would be catastrophic.
Yeah, what would happen?
But we wouldn't just float off the Earth.
Right.
The Earth would literally fall apart.
Oh, wow.
The atmosphere would just drift off into space.
Yeah.
The oceans would evaporate, and eventually even the planet itself would just disintegrate.
Wow. So everything would just
Everything would just fly apart. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it wouldn't just be here. I mean, every planet, every star, every galaxy would just be chaos.
So gravity is pretty important.
It's kind of fundamental.
Yeah, fundamental to the entire universe.
Absolutely.
Well, that's a pretty wild thought to think about.
It is.
But what's interesting to me is, we've been talking about all this stuff about gravity, but the truth is we don't really fully understand it.
That's right.
So what are some of the things that we still don't know about gravity?
Well, there's this idea of a graviton.
A graviton.
Yeah, it's like this theoretical particle that's supposed to carry the force of gravity, but no one's ever actually found one.
So it's like a mystery particle.
It is, yeah. And then there's also how gravity interacts with like the other forces in the universe, like electromagnetism and the strong and weak nuclear forces.
Right.
We're still figuring all that out.
So even though we experience it every day,
Yeah.
it's still a big question mark.
It's a big mystery, and that's kind of what makes it so cool.
It is pretty cool. So, listener, next time you see an apple fall or,
Where you stub your toe on the ground.
where you stub your toe on the ground, yeah.
Blame gravity.
You can blame gravity. You can thank gravity for keeping us all here.
Exactly.
Maybe someday we'll unravel all the mysteries of gravity.
Maybe you'll be the one to do it.
Who knows? Maybe one of our listeners will be the one to figure it all out. But until then, keep looking up at the stars.
And keep asking questions.
And keep asking questions and keep wondering about that force that's holding us all together.
It's a pretty amazing universe we live in.
It really is. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive.
See you next time.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.